morning, YouTube. How you guys doing? Holy cow. I haven't uploaded an episode of the podcast in almost a week, a few days? Good Christ, you guys missed out on a lot. Woo! But good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of It's a Matter of Fact with your boy, MATTtheFUNNYman. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hopefully you got that raise that you wanted. Hopefully your marriages are working all out. I'm glad everyone's good. Everyone's good. Everyone's happy. Because, boy, we got... Okay, first up, just because of the fact I just heard my cat, I think my house could be haunted. Or my, what the fuck? This cat will not stop meowing. He wants... Excuse me. We have like a little closet area where, you know, the washer and dryer is, you know, the type of washer and dryer where it's like the dryer and then the washer's like sitting right on top of it. And for some fucking reason, he wants to go inside that room. Listen. Now he's clawing at the door. He wants to get in there so fucking badly, and I'm like, dude, you can't go in there. You're a cat. You will shed all over our clothes. And then all those clothes with all the hair on it gets washed. It's going to be fused in with the... Like, no. Like, dude, I don't want a bunch of clean, hairy clothes. So he just meows and meows and meows because he wants to go in there. And this morning I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to go in there because... Whatever. And... He's like, oh, now I want to go behind the washer. And I'm like, no, dude, there's a big fucking hole in the back. And if you go back there and get stuck in the fucking apartment walls, I'm going to be upset. And, yeah. So, no. That's... Sorry, buddy. Not happening. Meow all you want. He'll get over it. But man, oh man, drama at my job. There's always something about my job. And I think that's another reason why you guys listen to this podcast. Because you guys love it when I talk shit about my job. Alright guys, here we go. Me and like one of the assistant store managers got into a huge argument. It wasn't even a debate. Usually I debate with my colleagues. No, we had a heated argument. Oh, but I think at the end of the day, I think, you know, I think I won. But... Okay, here's how I went. For the last couple of weeks, since, you know, back to school, quote-unquote, shopping has started, our store has been making, retail places, I think I've talked about this on here before, but we had a sales goal. And, like, even before I went on vacation, they were like, oh, wow, our numbers are really good. Like, we're making, like, we were making between... 10,000 to 25,000 more than what we made last year. So that means, like, you know, around this time, our store is 3 times as busy than we were last year. And, oh, look who decided to come back. Hi, Simon. Are you done whining? So it, But for some strange reason, I don't know what the whole thing is. I want to ask questions, but then I'm probably just going to get a bullshit answer. Or they'll be like, oh, I don't... Because, you know, I noticed that, too, when it comes to, like, businesses. They'll blame the higher-ups for it. Thinking, like, oh, yeah, it's the regional director of marketing hours. And they're probably thinking, like, yeah, I'll say that because they're not going to fucking call that person. You guys don't know me. I'll fucking call the... Damn, I don't even know how I remember what I said. The director of marketing hours or some shit. Oh, man. Anyway, so besides that, it's like, you know, we're making all this money, but yet the hours aren't reflecting on what we're making. Like, so there'll be just me and like one cashier for 5 hours. 5 to 6 hours. I'll give you an example of, when was it? It was like 2 days ago when I worked. They had 3 cashiers scheduled. But there was an opening between 2:45 and 5:45. They didn't have a cashier come in between those times. And my thing is, this schedule is made 3 weeks in advance. No one caught on to that? Someone was just like, okay, hours go here, hours go to these people. Okay, this is good. Like, really? Oh, I'm spitting all over my mic. Like, oh yeah, this is good. And I'm like, no, there's like almost a 2-3 hour gap. So they had no choice but to call someone else in to work in between those gaps. Oh my god, this fucking cat. Hang on, guys. There we go. I had to get his laser pointer toy. Because he'll drop whatever... Like, he'll stop eating to chase it. Anyway. So, we've been, like, crazy busy. Keep in mind, this was, like, the first day of, like, me coming back from my vacation. So, this was a great way to, like, come back to work. Okay, now he's hyper good. So, you know, a line was just atrocious. Like, you would, like, because of the fact that we were so low staffed, it felt like it was Christmas from how many people that we had. And, like, the line just kept getting longer and longer and longer. Like, it was getting so bad that our loss prevention guy got on the radio and was like, hey, guys, do we have anyone else? The line's getting really, really bad. And I was like, no, man, sorry, this is all who we got. To the point to where we had all of our backups, and the line still wouldn't move. Because for some strange reason, when families like to shop here, they like to split up their fucking transaction in 18 different ways with 3 items. And I've talked about this before. But it's so fucking irritating. Like, if you're going to pay with cash and a card, be smart. Don't just divide it up. Let me scan everything. Say, okay, take $2.19 off this card. Take $4.25 off this card. Like, do that. That's way smarter. There's been plenty of times where I've seen people split up their transactions, but use the same fucking card. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. Tell me how much. I mean, if you're being super cautious about how much you're spending, tell me to stop at a certain amount. Write it, and I'll write it down for you and hand it to you, and then I'll keep scanning. I don't know. Customers are stupid. Hey, Simon. So it got down to the point to where everyone on the register, or coming up to the register, were like, I want a discount for waiting in line. I want a discount for waiting in line. I want a discount. I'm in the line, as a CSS should, taking off sensors, which just, like, I understand that, like, oh, I'm serving as a distraction. Jesus Christ, Simon! Jeez, he just ran past it and just unplugged the damn charger. Jesus. Anyway. God. Ruining my podcast! So. Anyway. So, I'm supposed to be serving as a distraction for these people, talking to them and all that, and that's what I was doing. I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? You find everything all right? Hey, if you have any questions, ask me. And it only takes one person in line to make a complaint to piss off everyone. Everyone. And I feel like management refuses to notice. It's like, when we're in the line, you can be the friendliest fucking person on planet Earth. Because, God, like, I put on I'm super fake when I'm talking to customers, especially when we're busy. But it's like, if we have, like, 8 people ringing, and the line isn't moving for, like, 5 to 10 minutes, people are gonna fucking complain. So, like I said, like, even people on the radio saying, I have a customer that's asking for a discount because the line's getting too long. And, like, as I'm taking off cents, like I said before, people on the radio, people are asking for discounts because of the line. I got customers at the register. I want a discount. I want a discount. And then it moved on to the line to where people are yelling at me, telling me, oh, are you guys going to give me a discount for waiting in line for 15 minutes? And it's like, this manager, you know, he's on the floor. Like, he sees the line from where he is, but he's not in the line with me. And I'm like you were like, upper man, like, they don't talk to the fucking customer. Like, they'll talk to the customers walking by them, but they're not in the fucking line with me, dealing with what I'm dealing with. And like, I feel like, once again, I've said this before on the podcast, like, we're not fucking robots. Like, we can only absorb so fucking much till we're just like, fuck it. So, at this point, the line isn't moving. I've taken off sensors. I've talked to everyone in line. We're getting everybody we can, guys. Sorry. Up until the point to where I'm like, okay, everyone's up front. The line isn't moving. What I'm doing isn't work. What's the next step? I'm gonna have to fucking ring, because there's no one else. And when I was trying to take care of like 7 people like in the back of the line, they were all like, fuck this, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And we're talking like carts and carts of shit that they were going to leave behind. So in my head, I was thinking a couple things. Number one, that's lost money for the store. Because, you know, it's my job to make sure customers don't leave the line, basically. Every transaction's supposed to be smooth, supposed to guide the line, keep it moving. The line's not going to keep moving if people are just fucking leaving. I mean, it's going to be moving because people are leaving the line, but it's my responsibility to make sure people do not leave the front. You know, I want to make sure people spend their fucking money here. Because like I had... That's what my store manager said when they first pulled me into the office, you know, about, you know, when we were doing like reviews and shit. She was like, it's all about profit, 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 profit. Really have to impress the shareholders. So that's what popped in my head. I was like, fuck, like 7 of these people with carts full of shit are going to just fucking leave. So I got on the radio. I was like, hey man, I'm jumping on. The line's getting way too bad. And too many people are complaining. So I got to those 7 people. I was like, guys, I'll have you guys out of here in 3 minutes. I guarantee it. They're like, oh, okay, whatever. I jumped on. And of course, my manager got on the radio and was like, Matt, you need to be in the line. And I'm like, dude, I just told you. Me talking to people and all that, it's not working. Like these managers just have plans A, B, and C. Like, bro, I have plans D through Z. You know, you need a backup plan for your backup plan. You know what I mean? And so when he just kept saying, Matt, you need to get back in that line. Matt, you need to get... Click. I turned off my fucking radio and took off my headset. I was like, fuck this. I was like, I made a judgmental call. If I get in trouble, I'm just going to talk saying, hey, man, I jumped on. I stopped people from leaving the line. Whatever. I did what I thought was the best. You know? Lo and behold, remember those 7 people I talked about? 3 minutes later, because I jumped on the register. Thank you so much, man. Have a good one. I stopped 7 people leaving that fucking line with carts full of shit, and they bought everything. Lo and behold, I got called into the office like I knew I would. And like, I figured it was like, Matt, you know, as a CSS, you can't rank unless we tell you to. You know, I thought it was gonna be, you know, all like cultural, and you know, I don't even know if I even use that word correctly. English. You know, I thought it was gonna be like some cool conversation. Then, you know, I'd be like, you know, I apologize. I know I'm not supposed to ring unless you guys tell me to, but you know, I did. You know, and it won't happen again. You know, I'm sorry. But no, as soon as I get in the office, Matt, why don't you listen to me? I'm like, whoa, bro, fucking relax. Hostile work environment. Don't yell. High maintenance people outside with the with those oversized hair dryers. There's maintenance people outside playing with reef blowers. So, we get into this heated argument about, like, Matt, you know, you should have listened to me, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I kept my calm about it. You know, I was like, oh, hey, man, sorry. You know, I said I made a judgmental call, and I did what I thought was the right thing to do. And, of course, as I was trying to explain myself, constant shaking of the heads, and I'm like, no, I don't play that shit, because I'm like, hey, I listen to you, the least you could do is be polite enough to listen to what I have to say. Because obviously, I didn't just ignore you just because. Like, you know, I'm not a shithead. Just nodding back and forth, no. So I'm just like, alright, you're gonna be an asshole? Fine, I'll be a fucking asshole. He's lucky I didn't cuss him out either. I censored myself a lot. I wanted to say a lot more, like some really fucked up shit. I mean, I said some messed up shit, you know, but borderline professionally said it. But he was like, no, you as a CSS, you're not supposed to ring unless we tell you to. And I'm like, well, the line wasn't moving. He was like, well, no. Like, you know, just kept repeating himself but using different words, that type of shit. And I'm like, well, I had to do what I had to do. I'm a manager, and I made a judgment call. I said every manager has done that, and I was like, this is a place of business. Sometimes you have to make, you know, you have to make decisions. You have to make sacrifices for the good of the store. And I said that's what I felt like I did. And just consistently dismissing everything I'm saying. Nope. You know, being a stubborn jackass. And just so fucking stupid. So I'm just like, alright, I'm just going to be an asshole now. So I just went up to, I saved the front end. I was like, I said, the last 7 people in the back of the line had carts and carts full of stuff. I said, I'm going to jump on, and I'm going to leave, 3 minutes and all of that. And I said, I stopped 7 people from leaving the line. No, Matthew, you didn't stop anything. I'm like, I'm sorry, were you up front? No, you were cowering on the fucking floor, dude. Because there's been plenty of times that people are like, hey, I want to speak to a manager. Nope, Matt, whoever's the CSS, handle it. I don't want nothing to do with it, handle it. So I'm like, he's pretty much talking to me like how I'm not doing my job and shit. And I'm just like, you're supposed to come up to the front. If a customer wants to speak to a higher up, you're instructed to come up here and talk to them. If they don't want to talk to me, there's been plenty of times where customers are like, no, I'm done talking to you. I don't want to talk to you. Get a manager. Like, that's all they'll say. And I'm like, well, sir, man, I apologize, but no, get a manager. Get someone higher up. And they're too fucking scared to come up here. And there's been plenty of times I'm like, will you stop being scared to come up here? Because like, I swear, like, because of the fact of this situation, next time someone wants a manager, I'll be like, let me walk you right to them. I'm going to be such an asshole. I'm going to be like, yeah, they're right there. He or she is right there. You can go talk to him. Oh, man. But then it got down to the point to where the full-time CSS came in. That other person I've talked about before on the podcast. That person came in. Because, normally when a manager pulls someone in, it's like it has to be that person, the manager, and a witness. Well, the other assistant store manager was in there, so I'm thinking like, okay, that person's going to be his witness while we talk. He proceeds to bring the full-time CSS, and I'm like, no offense, I'm like, thinking like, what? Why the fuck is this person here? This person's not my boss. This person just does what I do but full-time. No, get out of here. I didn't say that, but I was like, okay, so you're going to bring a third fucking party in here? And so he was just like, he doesn't want to follow the rules. And I'm like, what? I'm like, out of all the fucked up, I'm thinking to myself, like, you've had CSSs steal fucking money. You've had CSSs steal gift cards. You've had CSSs falsify surveys, like stealing receipts from the front and, like, doing their own fucking surveys and making themselves look good. If I'm not following the rules, you can go fuck yourself. That's what I was thinking. I wanted to say it so badly, and I'm like, all I said was, really? I said, are you kidding me? I said, I've been loyal. I said, I've been truly loyal for you guys for 3 years and I don't follow the rules? Really? I said, all the people that have come and gone in this store and I don't follow the rules? And he proceeded to, like, start talking again. I was like, no. I was like, no, stop talking. I got out my phone. I was like, since you want to bring a third party in here, I got out my phone. I hit record. I put it to the side, and I was like, all right, go ahead and start saying what you're saying. He's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing this for insurance just in case this needs to be brought up in court. He was like, no. He was like, no, turn off. I said, no, why should I have to? I said, we're not union. I'm legally allowed to do this. I said, don't worry. It's not going to be on Facebook or nothing. I said, I'm going to keep it on my thumb drive of all the other photos and videos I've taken since I've been here. He was like, you know what? You can get out. I'm like, exactly. I said, I was like, sorry, I don't believe in the he said, she said stuff. I said, I want to make sure I have proof to defend myself. You can go. And I'm like, oh, by the way, who saved the front end again? You can leave. Oh, by the way, who fixed your layaway room? If it wasn't for me, you'd still have $1,700 plus worth of expired layaways back there. So you're welcome. You can leave. I don't care. Now like, I don't care. Like acting like a child. Cause I'm like, bro, don't do that shit. If you're going to be an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole way worse than you are. I was like, oh, and we have a new district manager too? Best believe I'm going to give her a call and talk to her about this. Fine, go ahead. Oh yeah, and I'm going to call the store manager too. And I said a bunch of names of like higher ups and like HR department. I was like, I'm going to call so and so too. Fine, go ahead. Probably thinking like nothing's going to happen to me. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Best believe as soon as I walked out, I called the store manager and I told her about it. I said, I wanted to call you first before anything was left out because of the he said, she said thing. And, and I straight up told her. I was like, yeah. And I was going to record the whole conversation until he told me to leave. And, of course, she explained, my position again. And I was like, absolutely, I 100% agree with you. I said, I just felt like the situation could have been handled in a nice, calm manner instead of saying, why don't you listen to me? And she agreed. She said we were wrong, he was wrong and I was wrong. And I said, absolutely, I shouldn't have came at him the way I did. I shouldn't have talked shit. Because, we should have been professional about it. I was like, I 100% agree with you. But I was like, he needs to understand, we're human. But, it was after he, brought that person in and then tried to play I'm the boss type of shit. Because that's one thing, if you're above me on the management pole and you bust out the I'm your boss thing, I will go savage mode on you. Because I'm like, it's just a title. It means absolutely nothing to me. Because as soon as he said that, he was like, it was like that clip of Judge Judy when she was like, this is my show. And the guy was like, oh, this is your show, but it's my episode. That type of shit. That's what I did. He was like, I'm your boss. And I'm like, yeah, this is my front end. Which was like, ooh. Because the other store manager, she was like, ooh. She did it, oof, but you could tell her face like, ooh, shit, damn. Because, the previous store manager that worked there, that trained me, he told me, he's like, Matt, when you're here, this is your baby. This is your front end. I'm like, okay. He said, treat it like you would treat your child. I'm like, all right. So, yeah. I was like, yeah, this is my front end. When I'm here, that's my front end. Oh, it was such a heated argument. And because of the fact that I told him I was going to call so many people, when it first told me to leave, I just started listing people. I'm like, I'm going to call them. I got their number on speed dial, da-da-da-da. And, I just kept going back saying, yeah, by the way, I'm going to call this person, too. To the point to where I guess he probably got intimidated because the LP person showed me the video. He did he tried to get his attention, trying to do that nervous pointing shit behind my back, and he tried to get on the radio. And I was like, no. I was like, no, you don't need to do that. That's not necessary. I was like, don't be intimidated by me. I was like, no, I got this. So I walked up to him, and I was like, hey, man, can you do me a favor? He was like, oh, Matt, what's up? I was like, hey, can you escort me out? Can you escort me out the building, please? He was like, yeah, sure. And I turned to him, and I was like, like fucking laughing at him. And the whole time I was just talking shit. I'm like, one of these days he's going to get fired because he's going to fuck up. So, like, while he's walking behind the LP person after I asked him to escort me out, I was just like, I made a business decision. I was like, you've been in this store longer than me. Don't sit here and act like you ain't never made a sacrifice or just said, well, it's for it sucks, but I got to do what's best for the store. Like I was like, don't stand there and act like you ain't done that type of shit before. But that's what happened. But apparently, this is the great part. Now I went back. No, I talked to my wife, and she was like, Matt, I understand. Pretty much the same thing as the store manager said. Like, I understand what you're coming from. Well, first she was like, y'all managers at your job don't know what they're doing. But she was just like, Matt, the least you should do is at least go in there and apologize. So that way, And I was like, why should I? Being a piece of shit. She's like, Matt, you know as well as I do, just be the bigger person and apologize first. And I was like, she explained it to the way it's like, that's another way to like jab at his heart. It's to like be the first person to apologize. Since he came at you wrong first, then you apologize first. Like, just make him feel like a piece of shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So, I got off the bus. I was taking the bus home. Or, no, wait, did I take the bus that day? Oh, no. Originally, I was going to, I called my Uber because, like, it was hot as shit outside, so I wasn't catching the bus. So, the Uber was coming. And I was like, fine, I canceled my Uber, which cost me $5. And I walked back into the store, and I asked the loss prevention guy, I was like, hey, man, can you call him up front? I need to talk to him. He was like, Matt, you all right? I was like, yeah. I said, you know what? I'm just going to be the bigger man. Just apologize. He was like, gotcha. I feel you, Matt. Then, he called him up front, and, now I just, I stretched out my hand. I shook his hand. I was like, I do apologize. What I said was unprofessional. And I'm going through some stuff in my personal life, which I am. And I said, I could have came at you differently. And he was like, okay. And, and then, just started complimenting me. He was like, man, you have such a great personality. If I was, I have to follow my own set of rules. Managers blaming the corporate rules thing. And I was like, you're absolutely right. Just just being the bigger man, just saying, yeah, you're right. Doing what women do, saying, And then I went home. Thankfully, I was off for 2 days. But, yeah, I decided to be the bigger man and apologize. See, this is why I need to do Twitch and YouTube for a living. But apparently, when I came back, some of the people, kind of saw or heard about what happened. And they were like, oh, Matt, you okay? You okay, Matt? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, shit happens. I said, I made a judgment call, and, I felt like... But, yeah, apparently, after I left, everyone was like, Matt saved the front end. Matt saved the front end. If he didn't jump on, the line still wouldn't have been moving. And I'm like, oh, that might explain why I haven't been written up yet. But, the next day after that, one of the other CSSs came up to me and was like, "Oh, Matt, I heard about what happened." And I was like, "Oh, you did?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I'm like I'm waiting to be written up." And she was like, "Oh, I doubt that would happen." I'm like, "Oh, why?" And it was like they like just based on like what like all the associates, key holders, and all that been saying, they were like, what you did, like, you know, you weren't supposed to do that, but it was like justified. And I was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, he's still a little salty about it, from what I've heard. Because one of my cashiers was like, another cashier that heard about it was like, Matt, you and him, are you guys okay? And I'm like, why? And they were like, oh, I asked him who was opening, and he rolled his eyes and said your name. And I was like, okay, he's probably still salty about it. But the fact that because if all the associates were probably like, oh, Matt saved the front end, he was probably going to get backlash if he like took any discipline action towards me. Probably catch flack from all the associates and other managers. So he was probably like, it's not even fucking worth it. Plus he apologized. So, man. And the funny thing is that my 3rd year working there is coming up. And I had a mental breakdown last at my other job at Giant. 3 years into my job. It's like every 3 years. If I've been in a job for more than 3 years, I have to have one like breakdown and an argument with a manager. Except that the other time with a Giant was bullshit because I wasn't even involved. When one of the cart pushers grabbed one of the carts and put a trash bag in it, and he was new, so I was gonna like run up to him. Like I walked up to him and you know, I was like, hey man, I was right next to him with the cart. I was like, hey man, I was like, hey, you can't do this because like people put like their food and stuff in these carts. You have to just you have to carry each trash bag to the back. You can't like put it in a cart. He was like, oh, okay. I didn't know. I was like, yeah, no problem. Then the manager came out and said like, yeah, a customer took a picture of you putting a trash bag in one of the cars. I was like, what? No, that wasn't me. Fuck you. And I was like, why am I getting blamed for something I didn't fucking do? You know, and I just had a mental breakdown about it. But man. And let me show you guys a text message if I can find my phone. Hang on. But yeah, drama. So, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we had an audit where like, you know, some people from corporate would come to the store to make sure like if everything checked out and all that. So originally, did I talk about this on the podcast? I'll try to shorten it. So we have the layaway room, and 3 times a month I would go back there to check for any expired layaways, because, you know, keeping expired layaways back there, those are markdowns, and like each store has like a quota to meet for markdowns, where it's like I guess the system, you print out like a bunch of numbers of like how much markdowns and how many items are supposed to be marked down to like meet a quota or something like that. So if you have items that have been on layaway for 2 to 3 months, they're going to obviously need to be checked to see if they're marked down, you know, to meet that quota. And that's what the audit people check. They check like all the numbers to match if, you know, it's a bunch of system number shit. But recently, I think like a month, 2 months ago, layaways started going missing from customers picking them up. And I truly think it was because of the fact that the store manager said, oh, I'm just going to have the cashiers put away and pick up layaways. And I was like, it's not a good idea, especially if the cashiers knew. They're not going to know what number is where, because it's like, we have like bags that go from 1001 to like 1694 or like 17. So that's a lot of fucking layaway bags. And if they don't know, and you know, they're all organized in a certain area, so it's like, you know what I mean. To be honest, I'm low on coffee. Hang tight, kids. I'll be right back. Oh, delicious coffee. Let me take a... Hey, do you guys like AMSR? Hold on. Let me get real close. Oh, that's probably sounded so gross. I saw the audio from the mic just spike up as soon as it goop. Oh, but man. But yeah, I feel like what I did was the right thing to do. You know, place of business. You gotta make sacrifices sometimes in a business. Give me some more cashiers. Maybe I won't have to ring, huh? Oh. It's like, fuck, what was that? It was like a group of guys in a meeting room, and it's like, all right, guys, what can we do to expand this product? And it was like the one guy with his fist on his cheek saying, "Get more cashiers." They look at each other, and the guy throws the dude out the window. I'm that guy getting thrown out the window. Ugh. Man. So, that's my life from the last time I uploaded a podcast. I got a lot of videos to film today because I got this. Stay tuned for an upcoming podcast with. I'll be interviewing a rapper. They're like, holy shit! Like, did Matt get like Gucci Man? No, absolutely not. It's everyone's favorite rapper, Raggedy Draws. I'll be doing an interview with him. Or, I guess like an interview, and he'll also kind of like co-host it. So, be ready for that. You guys are going to get like some real backstory on him and why he shouldn't be doing the things he does. But, you know, hey. Ugh. Lordy. Like, my life is just... I just want to make money doing what I love doing. But then again, that's everybody. So, did I tell you guys where I was going? I went back to the Lake Las Vegas resort. Now, the vacation almost got ruined. Like, almost got ruined. Because we had 2 events that we had planned with Lake Las Vegas Sports, I think that's what it's called. And there was paddle go-karts, which are go-karts that you paddle. And we also had motorized paddle boat that we were supposed to do for the first... Because we went Monday, so Tuesday and Wednesday was Tuesday was supposed to be the go-karts, and Wednesday was supposed to be the paddle boats. And then Thursday would be, I guess, like a pool chill day. And then, you know, Friday we would check out. And god damn it, Tuesday and Wednesday got ruined because Monday night it was storming so bad. Like lightning, raining so hard. And we got an email the next, the same day we were supposed to go, saying, oh, all events are canceled and all that. And I'm like, oh my fucking god. Because it's a man-made lake. So they have to clean it. And the shitty thing is that if you don't get in contact with them in 48 hours to like reschedule or cancel, you don't get your money back. And they're also like, oh, if there's like any weather, like bad weather that causes us to close, you still can't get your money back. And I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. Because it's like we made these plans like weeks in we made the plans to do like those 2 things weeks in advance, and then like the night of what we were supposed to do, because we were supposed to do it like around noon Tuesday, and it's like 9 o'clock at night and it's storming, and like we won't get our money back if we cancel. So. And, like, they're still closed because it's been storming for, like, the last few days here in Las Vegas for some strange reason. Like, it's stormed way more often. I think it also has to do because we've had, like, high humidity days. Like, next week, I think, Thursday and Wednesday, it's supposed to be, like, 120 degrees. Oof! Dryer my ass. But, But I mean, we're still like, because of the fact they closed down, they're offering people to reschedule. So I don't know. We might just like go back up there for like a whole day and just do both, and then just chill for the rest of the day, and then come back. It's gonna depend. But let's see I want to see what's going on in the news thing. What's going on in the news? Because I'm still waiting for questions for my Ask Matt segment of the podcast. So, hey, feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below, or on Facebook, or on Twitter, or hell, even on Twitch if I'm streaming. Ask me anything. Like, Matt, how big is your dick? And I'll tell you how big my dick is. Oh, Christ. Well, let's see. What's going on in the news? Because Facebook got rid of it to stop fake news. So, Twitter is my only area where I can go to find out what's been going on in the news. Oh, Spyro Trilogy. Oh, God. Guys, I'm super psyched for Spyro. So psyched. Super psyched. Save emergency. Oh, that's nice. Man tattoos a 6-year-old's drawing of England manager on his arm. Oh, that's nice. That's nice for a kid. Let's see. Hero Dog. Holy shit, Iron Man. Hold on, guys. Anything Iron Man, you know I gotta read it. Inventor flies Iron Man-like jet suit over London. Hold on, let me look. There's pictures. Holy shit. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there's video. Oh, I don't know if this is copyrighted music. Butcher is going to sound... It's going to... God, that's a lot of jets, though. Dude, I would totally use this to go to work. And the guy's like hovering. It's like 6 to 8 jets all over a suit. He's just gliding back and forth. Dude, you know how much fucking... That's going to be a lot of gas, though. Oh, 5 mini engines mounted on the arms and backs. It runs on jet... or diesel. Okay, so you can... It's going to be like $8 billion. Dude, can you imagine what the fuck I would do with that? I'll be like, coming through, excuse me. Man, that's going to be interesting. I would like to have one of those. Fuck, just give me a scooter. I just hate taking the bus. Taking the bus sucks. But man, what the fuck? Okay, like, before I continue on, can I talk to like any listeners from the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia? What the fuck is going on back home? It's like shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting. Like, Jesus Christ, there was a quadruple shooting 2 days ago and it killed a little girl because a group of guys opened fire on a crowd. What the fuck is going on, DMV? What the fuck? I think it was like Northeast DC. Really? Northeast DC. For Christ's sakes. I mean, it's a bad area, but it's at least a little chill. I mean, it's not Southeast DC. Jesus Christ. Can you guys relax? Stop killing each other over dumb shit? That's one thing about the DMV that I would never forget, is that you will get shot or beat up for the dumbest fucking shit. Stepped on my sneakers. Like, relax. Like, why? And of course, the metro service is complete dog shit. because of the fact that they're hiking up rates. The mayor is shit. What was her name? Mayor Bowser or Browser? I call her Bowser. Because the fact that she's not doing shit. She jacked up sales on Uber and Lyft because of the fact that Metro is fucking up. Their union doesn't know what the fuck they're the union for all the Metro workers don't know what the fuck that they're doing. People are the higher ups in Metro service is embezzling money, but no one's saying nothing about it. Or people are saying about it, but it's like, it's just dumb. Like, people are getting robbed like every other day. Like, if I were to ever visit DC again, I'm not taking the fucking train or bus. Because I think it was like, a month ago, a guy tried to rob everyone with a knife on that bus, and then tried to steal the bus. Like, wow. And of course he got caught because he tried to steal the bus. But like, what the fuck, man? And like, I don't know, like maybe it's because of the fact there's gentrification happening in DC, especially Northeast. They're doing that a hell of a lot. Like, they're tearing down all the old buildings and shit. So I don't know if because of the fact that that's happening, crime is going up. Maryland isn't as safe as it used to be. Like, I've had some friends saying, like, yeah, man, Virginia's not even fucking, like... If it's, like, anywhere near Metro, it's getting worse. Which is crazy, because I'm like, how is crime near the Metro stations and bus stops getting worse when fucking Metro is getting more fucking expensive? But, of course, people are finding their ways to sneak on Metro, like jumping the gate or going, like, trying to use someone else's fare to get past the payment gates. Which I hated, because I'm like, bro, you're not gonna, like... I used to get really pissed off, especially when teenagers would fucking do that. Like, be all up behind you, so that way they could go through, because I think it's like 2-3 seconds for you to, like, walk through before the gate closes on you, and someone be, like, right on you, and, like, damn near almost push you to the side when you get through. So a lot of times, if I would see, like, a teenager kind of getting, like, a little too close to me, I would flip my, I would usually put my Smart Trip in the pocket of my wallet, so I would, like, just flip it open, scan it, and close it, and put it in my pocket. I used to just, like, open it, but then flip it to the side, that way I'm not scanning my Smart Trip, so that way when I'm like, why isn't this working, the guy bumps into me, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck, and he's like, oh, my bad, and I just, like, walk away, till, like, he finds another sucker, then I go through, because I'm like, bro, because I used to pay, like, $60 a fucking week to get to and from work. Like, bro, you're not getting on Metro on my fucking dime. Sorry. But, and like, not even that. People getting jumped, sexually assaulted from crazy homeless people. Like, man, what the fuck is going on with my city, man? Every day on the news, someone's sharing something. Quadruple shooting. Someone got stabbed. Like, what the fuck? Like, these, like, it was so nice. There was so much, like, culture and shit in the DMV. And, like, now it's just people just dying. Like, what the fuck, man? And it's, like, not even fucking worth it. And then the fact the dude, like, killed a fucking kid. That's, like, even, like, that's why you shouldn't even open fire on a fucking crowd. Especially, like, you're getting even more serious. Like, besides the fact you're already getting charged for, like, killing some, like, shooting at a group of people and kill, now you're having like, that's already fucking life. But now it's, like, even worse because, in prison, there's some dudes that got, kids and daughters and shit, and they found out, like, oh, you killed a fucking kid, and you get your ass beat or shanked, and, I don't know. And I got a rant coming up too, because, man, I'm really, like, I'm going to talk about this on a video, and that video is going to go up before this podcast does. But the fact that a guy called the cops for a fucking foul, white people, please, stop calling the cops on every single fucking thing. Like, this is 2018. This isn't like the early 90s where you pick up the phone and say, I'm gonna call the police, and then they, like, any black person you feel threatened just fucking runs away. Like, no, they pull out their phone. They're going to fucking record you. And that's another thing. Like, you would think, like, white people watch the news more than anyone else. You would think, like, if you're a racist piece of shit and a black person, like, record you on your phone, like, you're going to be exposed. Like, because what was it? It was North Carolina, I think. It was like the dude was like, oh yeah, I never seen this person here before, and I asked for it. Like, dude, don't go around asking people for their fucking ID. First of all, you're not a cop. Okay, so I mean, even if you are a cop, like even with a cop, you don't have to show your ID to a cop either. But it's like, bro, come on now. And he, of course, he got, you know, after that. He got fired from his job, which is good, because you're a piece of shit. And, like, that's another thing, is that all these white people that have been calling cops on black people, they're, like, losing their fucking jobs. And I'm like, oh, you racist piece of shit, was it worth it? Being an asshole? And I'm going to talk about this, too, in my rant, so sorry if you hear this twice. But it's like, unless someone is, like, approaching you, saying, hey, I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass and I'm gonna steal your shit, then call the fucking cops. Don't just say, oh, fuck, there's a black person sitting next to me. I'm calling the police. Like, come on. It's for emergencies. You giving a fake-ass I mean, I don't know if it was a fake coupon or not, but the fact that someone refused to, like, hey, I want to use this coupon. No, I want to use this coupon. I'm calling the police. Like, come the fuck on. And I think that's another reason why that people are doing it, is because they're seeing other fucking people do it. Saying like, oh, that lady at the barbecue called the cops just for barbecuing. I can call because the fact that this person's being hostile towards me about a coupon. I'm going to tell you guys something. I've gotten, like, you know, we have a discount store, but there's plenty of times where someone's like, hey, I want to use a coupon here. And I'm like, oh, this is expired. They'll be like, what do you mean expired? And if they want to argue with me about it, I'll be like, here, beep. Twist the register around and be like, see, the system's not accepting your coupon because it's expired. Oh. Do that. Don't call the fucking cops. So dumb. And then, of course, fucking they're like, oh, I'm the victim. Like, no. This is 2018. Black people don't give a fuck if you call the cops on them anymore. I'm pretty sure people, because I've seen, like, a lot of my friends have posted that saying, like, oh, this is 2018. I'm not my ancestors. I will fuck you up. But it's like, come on, man. Stop calling the cops on every fucking little thing. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And I mean, I'm not going to mention this part on the video, but I'm not going to lie to you. I truly think it's because of the fact it's Trump. It's fucking Trump. Because he's got all these racist-ass people thinking, oh, we can do what the fuck we want again. And it's so I truly think it's because of Trump. He got all these racist people hyped up, thinking they can do what the fuck they want. Like, fuck, man. If Bernie Sanders better fucking run or I ain't voting. I'm not fucking voting if Bernie Sanders isn't running. And with, you know, the Putin situation and all that, now all the Republicans are like, oh, he's agreeing with the Russians instead of our intelligence agency? Huh? Republicans don't even get mad. Y'all voted for him. Now you're pissed. Bernie Sanders, you better run, bro. Please. Bro, please run. Or get me, like, you running, like, I don't know, either Michelle be vice president or fucking convince Michelle to run. Shit. Come on, man. We need Sanders Obama 2020. Jesus Christ. That's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own. Everyone's entitled to their own. I'm not saying, I'm neutral. I'm just saying, personally for me, personally me. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want anyone's panties getting in a bunch. Even though I don't give a shit if your panties are in a bunch because, as an American, I got the right to freedom of speech. But then when you use the freedom of speech towards them, they're like, hey, you can't say that. This is America. That type of bullshit. Anyway, back to news-related stuff. This waitress floored a man who groped her at work. Oh, Christ. Alright, hold on. Let me read this. First of all, why do you think you can grope waitresses now? Is that a thing now? I mean, you can't grab the Hooters girl's tits. Oh, man. Oh, that guy looks like a piece of shit. 21 was working at Vinnie Van's A-Go-Go in Savannah, Georgia, when a man reached out and touched her bottom as he walked past. The incident was caught on CCTV, and Holden can be seen grabbing the man and throwing him onto the floor. The man was arrested and charged by police. Oh, shit. Is there a video? Oh, there is. Let me see this. Oh, so it's like she's like wearing like, showing a little butt. Oh, she grabbed him by the neck. Oh, headlock. Oh! I fucking grabbed him and threw him on the floor. Oh, shit. Grabbed him by his neck and then threw him down into the chair. That's awesome. You go, girl. Don't take that shit. Let's see. Let me see like what charges. See, 31. He was taken into custody on June 30th and charged with sexual battery, but was released from jail a few days later on a $2,500 bond. Damn. Yeah, that's going to be an example. Like, don't be grabbing on women. Especially a waitress. That's not cool, bro. Like, a waitress's job is already stressful. Then you're just going to grab her ass. Like, it's like Hooters. It's like, it's supposed to be something for you to look at, not touch. Like, if it's not okay to touch a girl at a strip club, why do you think it's okay to touch a server? That's not cool. I mean, same thing, Jesus Christ. This world, man, what the fuck? So ridiculous. Hopefully, I can go to San Diego Comic-Con next year. And TwitchCon. Those are the two cons I want to go to before I die. I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con for 3 days. And I also want to go to TwitchCon. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, I saw that Brawly trailer, which was pretty interesting. I mean, hopefully it's better than the other time. Just saying. Oh. The Immortal Iron Fist Season 2 is coming out. I don't know. I mean, Iron Fist was okay. It wasn't bad. It's okay. I like Season 2 Luke Cage was good. I wonder when Daredevil's coming back. But I don't know. What is this world coming to? Me having mental breakdowns at work. So, waitresses getting groped like, man. That's mind-boggling. I'm like, why would you think that'd be okay? I'm waiting for a day for a customer to do some shit like that to me. Because there's only been one thing a customer has done, especially like, with up front. If a customer is like cursing at you, I mean, there's a difference between cursing at you and cursing, just cursing. Because like, if a customer is cursing at me or any of my cashiers, I can be like, hey, you can get out. But because one of the managers I worked with 2 days ago, they said the store manager got cussed out by someone or by one of the customers. And I was just like, why do we just take, like, do they realize we can kick them out for that? Because, the term, we have the right to refuse service? Like, even the head of loss prevention said it, saying like, yeah, if a customer is like, fuck you, then yeah, you can ask them to leave. Or, if one of us is here, call us over and we can escort them out the store. I'm like, why did you just take that? Because the customer they're going to come back and do it again. You have to, sometimes you have to show people like, hey, hey, this customer's getting kicked out because, we don't take that cussing shit. If you're going to be, a decent human being coming up to the store, paying for your items, if you have any questions, feel free, I will let you know, but we have a set of rules to follow, like, that's not okay. Like, we're not, like, banning, and that's another thing, it's like, we don't ban you from the store, we just ask you to leave. To be like, hey, you can come back, but don't come back with that attitude, type of shit, But what can you do? I don't know. People are hard-headed. But, God, it's already been an hour? Shit. Wow. Well, I have some work to do before I go to work. So, this has been another episode of the podcast. Remember, guys, I also have Ask Matt segments, so, feel free to ask me anything. To an extent, Don't be like, what's your wife's breast size? I mean, unless my wife's cool with me telling people, but... But, feel free to ask me anything. Your question will be read here on the podcast. So until next time, I will see y'all in the next episode.